stand by for a priority communication from Supreme Chancellor Leontine Suresh of the Galactic Republic.
I apologize for contacting you outside normal channels, Major, but I need Havoc Squad immediately.
We're prepared to handle anything you need, Madam Chancellor. It'll be good to get back in the fight.
That's the spirit we'll need to triumph over our foes. And it appears we have a new one. The Hutt cartel has invaded Republic space and seized the planet Makeb. We will respond to this unprovoked act of aggression in full force. My War Council will be convening on Keylander Station in the Makeb system. I ask that you join us immediately.
I'll set a course for the Makeb system right now.
Keylander Station. I'll meet you there. Please hurry. We must act quickly and decisively against the Hutt's aggression.
Most cordial greetings. I am SWtoR, Republic Protocol Officer. Welcome to Makeb and Keylander Station. Please hold all questions. Supreme Chancellor Suresh and her delegation are arriving.
Everyone, this brave soldier assumed command of Havoc Squad in its darkest hour, and led it to many victories. I regret that such heroism must remain classified.
I doubt all these people came just to hear you flatter me, Chancellor. The situation on Makeb must be bad.
The crisis we face is unexpected and severe. I require my best advisors and most able problem solvers. Victory over the Empire lies within our grasp. But first, we must face a cowardly act of unwarranted aggression. Supreme Commander Malcolm.
13 days ago, the Hutt cartel violated Republic space and seized the planet Makeb. They've blockaded the system with 30 Ajur-class heavy cruisers.
Makeb's citizens have formally pledged to join the Republic if we respond to their crisis. We will not abandon them to the Hutt's brutality.
Invading a planet is way beyond casinos and spice smuggling. The slugs have upped their game.
The Hutts haven't organized a military operation of this scale for millennia, and I want it to stay that way.
Severe atmospheric conditions on Makeb make large-scale troop landings impossible. We need help from local resistance forces to pull this off.
One of Makeb's business leaders, Shalem Avesta, is awaiting you on the surface. I want you working closely with him.
I'm surprised the planet's army didn't put up a fight. Or did the Hutts defeat them?
Makeb's entire military strength came from hired mercenaries. The Hutts simply bought them off. Liberating Makeb is your top priority, but I want the Hutts' ambitions ended permanently. Grandmaster Satil Shan has insight regarding our enemy's future plans.
The Jedi Council has meditated on the cartel's actions. We believe that Makeb is a staging point for a larger attack on the entire galaxy.
The Hutts will not be allowed to expand their dominion at our expense.
It's always an honor to face down the enemies of the Republic, Madam Chancellor.
When our enemy realizes who they're facing, I predict a hasty retreat. A shuttle will transport you to Shalem Avesta's encampment on the surface. Go now, and show the galaxy the Republic is not to be trifled with.
You're one of the Republic heroes come to free my homeworld. You're just... wow. I wish we'd joined the Republic ages ago.
When you stand with the Republic, it stands with you. We'll protect you from the Hutts, the Empire, and anyone who threatens your freedom.
That means a lot. The past 2 weeks have been a nightmare. I was here when the Hutts blocked all of Makeb's comm channels. Haven't been able to get a signal from my family since. No idea what's happened down there.
The Hutts haven't been in control of your world for long. Most likely your relatives are safe in their homes.
That's what I keep telling myself. Don't know if they told you, but Makeb's atmosphere's a real mess. Most ships get torn to bits by electrical storms on entry. My baby's got special ion shields to absorb electromagnetic interference, but we're still in for a rough ride. Hopefully we won't land in little pieces.
Ion shielding, huh? Wouldn't mind some of that. Lots of hot landing zones around the galaxy.
Get rid of those Hutts, Major, and our business council will buy you a ship 10 times nicer than mine. My shuttle's prepped. Hop aboard, we'll be on our way. I want to take your anti-nausea stims, too.
Welcome, Major. I'm SWtoR. The Supreme Chancellor pledged support, but the elite Havoc Squad? It's an honor. My family helped found Makeb. Vesta Mining has led our business council for decades. I was practically chief of state before the cartel's takeover. It wasn't an easy decision. But if joining the Republic is the only way to reclaim my home world's freedom, so be it.
Nobody's asking you to step down from office. Once the Hutts are gone, Makeb will need a government.
I appreciate that vote of confidence, Major. I hope your Supreme Chancellor honors it. Failsafe is a former mercenary with the interstellar regulators. Until recently, Makeb's trusted private army and police force.
Quit when the regulators sold out to the Hutts. I don't betray a client for credits.
Exceptions like him notwithstanding, the cartel bought off the regulator forces and turned our former protectors against us.
A coup of this scale doesn't happen overnight. The Hutts must have had these mercenaries in their pockets for months.
Some regulators started doing side jobs for the cartel a while back. They're all in command positions now.
I still don't know why this has happened. We've conducted peaceful business with the Hutt cartel for years.
Casualty and damage reports coming in. Talau City got rattled pretty hard, but no injuries. Lucky.
That's the 5th groundquake since the Hutt's takeover. The last one leveled the Taigan mining colony. They're still pulling bodies from the rubble.
These groundquakes started after the Hutts invaded? Doesn't sound like a coincidence.
You aren't the first to voice that thought. My niece Lambda is a respected geophysicist. She joined our resistance to prove there's a link between the groundquakes and the Hutt's deep core mining.
She was taking seismic readings on a deserted mesa when a whole company of regulators swarmed in. We lost contact with her.
I sent search parties to bring Lambda back, but they aren't trained or equipped to fight a mercenary force of that size.
I have a feeling your niece discovered something, and the Hutts sent the regulators to stop her from getting away.
That's my fear as well.
Getting reports from our search parties. Dozens of regulators have pushed them back to the landing zone. We lose that, we'll never find Lambda.
We'll show those traitor mercenaries what real soldiers look like.
Don't underestimate them. A lot of regulators are ex-military.
Take my personal shuttle to Friend Mesa. Lane Farrow is our man at the landing zone.
SWtoR sent us. You're in charge here?
Reinforcements! We're saved! Prosk! Havoc Squad's here!
Speak up, Lane. Not sure the whole Mesa heard you. My name's Prosk, in case Slick here didn't enunciate clearly. Kid's an accountant. Barely knows which way to point a blaster. Can't say I'm much better. Used to be a mining foreman. We've set up barricades, but they're not doing much against the regulators. What's the plan, boss?
Ready your blasters and take cover. Don't stop firing until those mercs are on the run.
You heard the Major. We can do this. Scouts report regulators headed this way. Big group.
Everyone's manning a barricade. Find one and dig in! The regulators didn't stand a chance against Havoc Squad, Major.
I'll drink to that, Slick. Those mercs will think twice about hitting us again. We owe you one.
We fought off the first wave, but that doesn't mean those mercenaries won't return with a bigger force.
If they try again, Slick will give them what for, right?
Sure.
SWtoR sent you to find Lambda, right? Bring back his whatever niece in her research. We haven't had much luck there.
Her campsite was ransacked. The regulators must have already captured her and confiscated all the research data. SWTOR's right. She found something important.
This just became a rescue mission. If the regulators have Lambda, where would they take her?
Scanners indicate no one except you has landed on or left the mesa since the regulators came. That means she's still here. Probably at one of their camps.
Great. There's half a dozen camps and no way to pinpoint which one she's at. Have to keep hitting them until she turns up.
How big and well-defended are the mercenary camps? I'm guessing our enemies aren't sitting around roasting brawlballos and singing.
All we know is the regulators dropped a whole mess of men here with who knows what firepower. A few of our search parties never made it back. You find any other prisoners, send them here.
Someone here might know how to slice the regulator's comm frequency and find out what they're doing. Ask around, Prosk.
Slick takes charge with his big brain. On it, boss.
We'll hold this landing zone as long as it takes. Good luck.
Red Team, come in. This is Vice Commandant Brevin. We've scanned heavy fire in your zone. Status report.
The battle's over, your team lost. Hand over the scientist you captured.
Save it, soldier. I have a legal arrest warrant for Lambda Avesta, signed by the Hutt cartel leaders. You're outnumbered by troops who have run ops in 30 systems. Our victory rate is 100%. You got lucky this time. It won't happen again. You should have taken the hint. I command the regulators, and I've got plenty of reinforcements to throw your way. Now they're angry.
The longer you waste my time, the worse it'll be when I find you.
Good luck with that. My regulators get double pay to bring me your head.
It's Prosk. You read? We sliced the Merc's comm network. Hearing all kinds of interesting chatter. Whatever you're doing, it's paying off. The Mercs have pulled back. The landing zone's all ours.
Dig in and be ready, in case they come back.
Understood. We'll keep listening to the Merc's Bellier too. Might learn something we can use. Keep up the pressure.
Prosk, come in. We've taken out multiple regulator camps. Still no sign of Lambda.
Scouts report you've got those mercenaries chasing their own tails. Lambda has to be nearby. I'll take some men out and cover more ground.
Think you're clever? Killing my people? Slicing our comm channel? Every time you hit us, the Hutts crack down even harder on the nice people of Makeb. They're dying because of you.
If that's true, you're guilty of war crimes. Surrender, and maybe you'll avoid a firing squad.
That's generous, Major. But I'll pass. Make your peace while you can.
Prosk, do you read? Another camp down and still no Lambda. Any luck on your end?
Hang on. Getting a distress call. It's her! Patching through.
Blast, is this stupid thing working? Hello? Hello?
We read you, Lambda. Your uncle sent a rescue team. The Republic's here, look!
Shalem didn't send more?
The mercenaries thought the same thing, and they got a nasty surprise.
If you say so. My guards abandoned their posts and left me alone. You must be the murdering scum they went after. I broke free and ran to the nearest quake shelter. I'm the only person here. Sending you coordinates.
Get out of there. If the regulators surround that shelter, you'll be trapped inside.
I see your point. Wait, what was that noise? Is that on your end?
Lost her. They're blocking her signal. My team's close to that quake shelter. Meet you there.
You got a lot of my friends killed today. Grevin said I could return the favor.
One down. Who's next?
You scum!
The shelter's collapsing! We have to get out!
Let's end this!
The shelter's coming down! Can't we leave already?
I didn't come all this way to die. Let's go!
There's never been a groundquake like that in Makeb's history. Geologic instability has increased 1,000-fold since the Hutt takeover. Seismic readings and core stability fluctuations both indicate impending catastrophe. These groundquakes are the direct result of Hutt deep core mining that's going to destroy Makeb.
The moment they sent the regulators here, it was obvious the Hutts had something to hide. Now their secret's out.
Every scrap of data I collected here proves the Hutt cartel's deep drilling has destabilized Makeb. These groundquakes are only the start. Entire mesas will collapse. After that, gravitational decay will strip away the atmosphere, kill everything, Makeb will become totally uninhabitable.
If what you're saying is true, we need to get everyone off this planet right away.
We don't have enough transports to get everyone through the atmosphere in time. We need a real solution. I think there's a way to save Makeb, but I need you to work with me. I'll warn you now. I'm snappish. Everyone says so. It's not personal.
I'd say you're handling yourself just fine under the circumstances.
My family is full of politicians. They say this is my way of rebelling. Did I mention I'm the one who convinced Uncle Shalem to contact the Republic? You're welcome.
You made it! We followed Prosk's signal and... where's Prosk?
I'm sorry. He didn't... He's gone.
He gave his life saving Lambda. The best way to honor that sacrifice is by continuing the fight.
I know. I will. We'll get her back to Shalem. There's a clear path back to the landing zone, thanks to you.
Meet me at Uncle Shalem's office. We need to figure out a plan. Fast. This is nothing, Uncle. I've run the numbers. 2 days, maybe less. And your office is at the bottom of a sinkhole.
At least your expensive education has finally amounted to something.
Told you I'd repay that loan. Bet you're wishing you'd listened to me sooner. Not dismissed me as a loudmouth conservationist.
Major, welcome back. Lambda told me all about Havoc Squad's daring rescue. Thank you. We suspected Makeb was becoming unstable, but I had no idea things were this bad. We never should have let the Hutt cartel establish their mining operation.
I didn't realize the cartel set up shop on your world before the takeover.
We negotiated mining contracts with them a decade ago. They gave our economy a tremendous boost.
I've been yelling about that boost for years. Moving on. The regulators who held me hostage were a chatty bunch. Mostly filthy language and bragging about their blasters, but the leader said something interesting. He mentioned Project Failsafe, a Hutt emergency plan if their mining went wrong. That mercenary believed the Hutts have something to instantly stabilize Makeb.
We can't count on the Hutts to do the right thing. We need to seize that failsafe and put it to use immediately.
Glad you feel that way, because you need to steal it, assuming we can find it.
Talos City, the Hutt Embassy database.
Ilasof's right. Data on Project Failsafe would be stored in the Hutt Embassy's computers in Talos City. Unfortunately, that's under cartel control. We need Chief Hercule, Talos City's former security commander. He and a few loyal men have a hidden camp outside the city. They'll get you inside the city and embassy.
We'll head there now. Tell Chief Hercule to get ready.
The Hutts control Talos City and the surrounding area. They'll have to land a shuttle in the countryside. Expect plenty of regulators. Chief Hercule's camp is hidden at these coordinates.
Don't die. You're all we've got.
Chief Hercule, Shalem Avesta sent us. He says you know a way into the Hutt Embassy.
It's an honor, Major. Forgive the smell, but I haven't seen a working shower since before the takeover. Hutt Embassy's locked up tight. Used to have a fancy-pants bureaucrat helping us inside, Representative Eklund, but he's gone quiet. Probably dead. Good news is, the cartel hasn't changed anything at their embassy. Got the same turrets, droids, passcodes I set up for them. Lazy Hutts.
Why does the Hutt cartel have an embassy on Makeb? Much less one that well guarded.
The Business Council built it when the Hutts first came to do business here. Thought it would make the slugs feel appreciated. You want inside the Hutt Embassy, you'll have to finesse 3 layers of security. First layer is heavy turrets in the courtyard. The only good thing to come out of these groundquakes is that they expose the turret power generators. Overload those, and turrets lose their punch.
Disable the turret power generator so we don't get torched on the way in. And then?
Security layer 2 is the embassy's main door. 3 meters of reinforced durasteel. Even a lightsaber would take hours to cut through. But the door will unlock for a diplomatic passcode. You can generate one by accessing the government building secure terminal.
Get inside the government building, slice the secure terminal for a passcode, and get out. Next?
Last but not least are the security droids. Top-of-the-line Arcanian models. Nasty disposition. Shoot intruders on sight. Good news is they can be reprogrammed. The droid control station in my old security HQ do the trick.
We'll get the droids working for us. Smart thinking, Chief. We're on our way.
Hit those objectives and I guarantee you'll get inside the embassy. Whether you find your answers is a different matter. If Representative Eklund's still alive, maybe help him escape. He's a fuss budget, but basically all right. I'll keep a comm channel open when I can.
Acknowledging new item code. Greetings, Senior Command Unit 223.
Here's another new command for you. Blast anyone who follows us through that door.
Acknowledged. Feel free to inspect the embassy. You will find everything in order.
Wait, please. I'm an unarmed civilian. Representative Eklund with the Makeb Provisional Authority Council. I'm the official liaison to the Hutt Cartel. Whatever you need, I'll make sure you get it. Just don't hurt me.
I'm working with Shalem Avesta. He sent me to get information on the Hutt Cartel's plans.
And he thought the best way to do it was to attack their embassy? Typical. Like it or not, the Hutts control Makeb now. Our only option is to cooperate, make the best of our new situation. Instead, Shalem stirs up trouble. He doesn't realize how much worse the Hutts could make things for us.
While you're busy sucking up to the Hutts, they're destabilizing the entire planet with deep core drilling. Makeb is falling apart, thanks to you.
That's exactly the kind of ridiculousness I'm talking about. Is that what Shalem tells his recruits? It doesn't even make sense. The Hutts are here on the planet too. If Makeb is destroyed, they die with it.
The Hutts have something called Project Failsafe, but they'll push this planet to the brink of destruction before using it.
Say I believed you. Wouldn't I want definite proof before risking my life to stop them? If this Project Failsafe exists, there must be some record of it in the embassy's archives. I'll get you access to them. But the Hutts are on high alert. They've already summoned reinforcements. You'll have to deal with them. I'll meet you in the archive room.
You saw what I did to these mercenaries. Warn the Hutts, and I'll do the same to you.
I am not like Shalem. I don't fight losing battles. See you at the archives.
Security protocols have been disabled. Eklund came through.
Almost. I ran when I heard the fighting. Let me finish this. The Hutt in charge of Makeb is named Taboro. If Project Failsafe exists, there should be some reference to it in his communication logs.
Back off. I don't want you accidentally erasing evidence, Eklund.
Makeb doesn't belong to you and Shalem. I want to see this evidence myself. Here, a holo from someone named Vidrig has a Project Failsafe tag. Let's see what it says.
Greetings, O great and glorious Taboro. I'm happy to report that Project Failsafe is both on schedule and under budget. Your Grand Arc is approaching completion. As these schematics illustrate, the Ark's ingenious outer layer will completely shield the vessel and its precious contents from Makeb's atmospheric unpleasantness. The cargo hold will store your entire Isotope 5 stockpile, while your chosen few companions travel in luxurious comfort on the Ark's upper decks.
The Hutts don't have a way to save Makeb from breaking apart. They're just planning to leave the planet before that happens. You're on your own.
They'll abandon us? Leave everyone to die? That's monstrous.
Mighty Taboro, may I suggest replacing the standard passenger cabins with deluxe suites more suited to a Hutt of your stature? I can easily add them before the Ark's completion.
This holo is recent. Vidrig is still building the Ark. That means there's time to steal it for ourselves and evacuate the planet. Based on the schematics, we'll have room for the whole population if we convert the cargo hold to carry passengers.
There are only so many places the Hutts could hide such a massive project. We have to find it.
Maybe there's another holo from Vidrig saying where he set up his construction site?
Nothing that obvious. But if I dig deep enough, I'm sure I'll find something. I'll scour these archives and transmit everything I find to Shalem. Given the circumstances, I feel rather unsafe remaining here. There's a shuttle pad nearby. If you remove the guards and unlock the shuttles, we could all fly away safely.
You're alive. Guess my advice worked, huh? Shalem told me to patch you through right away.
We're already analyzing the Project Failsafe plans Representative Eklund transmitted to us. They're sickening. Taboro the Hutt is masterminding the greatest crime in galactic history. With Vidrig's Ark, They'll escape Makeb and leave us all to die. We can't let that happen.
If we want to stop the Hutts from leaving in their fancy Ark, Vidrig's the man to see.
Calling the Ark schematics fuzzy would be a compliment. We need the source of this data.
I matched the Ark's construction site map to topographic readings. The Ark's being built at a secret facility inside the giant sphere. That's a big tourist trap, a mesa with a hollow interior. Too dangerous to colonize, but perfect for hiding an Ark's construction.
Commandeering a ship that size won't be easy. What objectives do we hit to secure the Ark?
Can't say yet, Major. We're sending probe droids to survey the area. Contact me when you're the giant spear. I'll help you plan this attack. It won't be an easy fight.
Don't look at me. I've got a city to evacuate. Good luck.
Alisov, we're at the giant spear. What have you got for us?
We sent probe droids to scan the zone ahead of you. Their readings, not good news. Regulator fire teams are patrolling the site. Some of Vice Commandant Greven's finest. Backed by top lieutenants from the Hutt cartel. Everyone's packing military hardware.
You're the expert on regulator tactics. How do we get through your old friends?
The fire teams are spread out for patrol sweeps. Take those teams out fast enough and you shouldn't have to worry about a coordinated defense. The Ark construction site's behind a triple-bladed Durasteel blast door. Takes 3 separate keycards to open the thing. Only cartel representatives carry them. Guess the Hutts only trust the regulators up to a point. You need to find the cartel's top lieutenants and get their keycards.
Wouldn't it be faster to blast the door down? If I don't have the firepower, I'm sure somebody here does.
You'd be at it for days. One thing Hutts know how to make is strong doors. Contact me when you've unlocked the blast door. I'll let you know if we find anything else in these files. Good luck.
Alisov, we're through the blast door.
Good. Seal it behind you. There ought to be a control panel nearby. Scramble the security codes. That'll keep reinforcements from following you. Schematics for the Ark construction site are a mess. Can't tell what half the symbols mean. Just do whatever it takes to secure the Ark, and good luck.
This is insane. My men are working triple overtime and we're still falling behind.
Work faster.
That's not... Look, we both know Vidrig's skimming off the top. If this keeps up, we'll never finish the Ark.
You got a big mouth, Tierra. Maybe I'll shut it for you.
Fair warning. If you don't stand down in the next 3 seconds, you'll be spitting teeth.
Wait. You're who Taboro's yelling about. Give me a hand here. She's worth a fortune dead.
Republic, huh? Don't know what they're doing on Makeb, but thanks. These cartel idiots won't listen to reason. I tried calling for help and get a blaster shoved in my face. The Hutts work us to death, treat us like slaves, no, like animals.
You stood up to that cartel thug pretty well. What's your name?
Tierra. I'm foreman here, for what it's worth. You saw what happens when I try to do my blasted job. It's all on Vidrig's orders. My men break their backs building his Ark while he steals everything not bolted down. Thanks to Vidrig, the Ark's weeks behind schedule. My crew can't finish the ship while that slimy Deveronian's selling off its components.
That stupid Deveronian may have doomed the whole planet. I'll make sure he dies first.
Don't let him talk his way out of this. He's good at the chatter. I'll tell my crew to lay low. Put Vidrig in his place, and we'll help you out however we can.
Got the best Ugnaught engineer in 4 sectors on retainer. She's a genius with electroplumbing.
You'll have the classiest refresher in Coruscant, boss.
Still can't decide what to put in the sonic shower. Felucian glimmerstones look so elegant, but I love Rylothian onyx tile.
Feel free to go solve your interior decorating problem. This entire facility is now Republic property.
You're that Republic hero Taboro's screaming about on the Hollow. The cartel's so worried they're paying double to finish the Ark ahead of schedule. That's on top of what they're offering to kill you. Never let it be said I'm not generous in defeat. You can have this incredible marvel of starship design at a 20% discount. 30%?
Do you prefer quick executions? I'm leaning towards slow and painful myself.
I'm hoping to bid you up. How about temporary crippling? I admit the ship needs a little work, but she's almost ready to fly. Besides, being incomplete means there's room to customize. Let me live, and I'll have this baby ready to leave the atmosphere in no time. You won't find a better offer, trust me.
I've been blasting criminal scum since I got here. I don't see any reason to stop.
This one's actually useful. We can put him to work.
Anything you want. I'll get my welding gloves.
Haven't had contact with the outside in weeks. This is Foreman Tiero, and Republic forces calling from Giant Spear. Does anyone read?
Loud and clear, Tiero. We sent those Republic forces. What's the Ark status? Is it secure?
Bad news, Ilisov. Vedrik was scamming the huts. The Ark is nowhere near complete.
Those idiot huts can't even save themselves right. Stand by.
Foreman, this is Avesta. Makeb's core is tearing apart, and we can't stop it. That Ark is our people's only hope of escape. If I send you every able body I have and guarantee your safety, can you finish the Ark in time to evacuate our world?
I'll blasted well try.
The Huts are surely organizing a counterattack. We're forming a battle plan to defeat it. We'll brief you back here. Hurry!
If the Huts are striking back, should we leave these workers in the Ark unguarded?
You lock the main blast door. We can hold out until reinforcements get here. Vedrik kept a private shuttle pad nearby. You can take his transport while we get to work.
Thank you for securing the Ark, Major. No one on this planet fights with Havoc Squad's heart. You honor us.
The Ark's missing more than a few vital components. We're still a long way off from loading it with evacuees.
Foreman Tiero is one of the best shipmen on Mckb. He'll get the job done, if we protect his construction site. We intercepted priority signals from the cartel. Every regulator in this hemisphere has been ordered to retake the Ark at all costs.
Maybe the Ark could fly somewhere safe to complete repairs.
That was my first thought as well. Unfortunately, we're still figuring out how to activate the Ark's engines.
Some refugees know how to use a blaster. I'll organize the security force to protect the Ark. Navigator, we'll need your shuttle. Come on.
My people are scouting for regulator activity and reporting what they find. We've identified one major staging area.
The Fingers. Originally one mesa, until a quake redecorated the place. Now, it's held together by a series of interconnected energy fields, light bridges.
The regulators store heavy artillery and weapon caches there. If those mercenaries rearm, they'll blast us to oblivion.
We'll take their toys away, but I won't be happy until the regulators have cashed their last credit vouchers. Point me at that scum.
We know the regulators' army also includes war droids and a battle platform. We're still scouting for those.
Translation. He's finding lots of ways to risk your life.
You're trying to save your people and we're your best chance. There's nothing to apologize for.
Who was apologizing?
Once you've destroyed the artillery and weapon caches in the Fingers, contact me. I should have additional targets by then. Good luck.